YouTube? Chrome Freak here. I was on the internet searching around on something completely different, and with me, as always, it comes back to usually firearms or fishing, and here we are back to firearms. The main reason I'm here is to talk about the pocket pistol. That's really the only reason I even have this little one right here. This is a single shot, little Colt, over 100 years old, I'm sure. Little 22 that my mother carried. She actually came in a set, and it was a box, and I'm not sure what happened to the box or happened to the other pistol, but she passed away before my father, and then he moved, and then he had passed away, and I don't know, my brother or one of my sisters probably has the other one, and that's fine. I got one of them, and I cherish it. It's a 22 short. I'll probably never shoot it again. The only reason I have it out here was it's a gun. It's another example of a small little tiny gun that you could stick in your pocket pistol. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way. What I was doing was I was on the internet actually researching something else, and I came across something that said Saturday Night Special. It piqued my interest, and I went ahead and clicked on it. And it brung me over, and I started reading, and it got into the Gun Control Act of '68, and why do I have the Glock out here? Well, I got the Glock out here on account of the Gun Control Act of '68. And let me get to my point. What I'm trying to get at is, you always see the Glock. Why doesn't Glock import their 380s? Well, I'm going to tell you why Glock does not import their 380s. I heard reasons that there's not a market here for it and whatnot. That's entirely not true. The ATF made a points system, a test and point system on gun importers. And to pass that test, it's got to be sporting, for sporting purposes. So for Glock to import a pocket pistol, which is an entirely defensive weapon, they can't get enough points on it to get it imported. This is an older Glock. Now, these older Glocks were imported from Austria. They had to be equipped with fragile adjustable sights to gain enough points to actually be imported. Once the gun entered the US, it was brought to their factory in Georgia and replaced by the permanent sights. Safety check, and we're all clear. Or the permanent non-adjustable sights were put on it and then sold to the police departments, which preferred it this way. They didn't want those adjustable sights. They broke, they were just no good. But that gained Glock enough points on these pistols to import them and be able to sell them here in the US. With the pocket pistol, the little 380, they are not able to do that. That's the whole reason Glock does not import their 380s. Who wouldn't want a Glock 25 or 28 where you got 15 rounds on the Glock 25 and capable of 17 and 19 rounds at 380? I would surely go out and get one immediately and carry it and stick it in your pocket, small enough to fit in your pocket like this little Kel-Tec. Well, anyway, that got me around to other issues on Saturday Night Special and whatnot. This little gun here, it's a Raven 25. George Jennings started the Raven Company in 1970, and they produced these guns all the way up to 1991. When the company actually burnt down, literally burned to the ground, his son, his ex-wife, a few of his grandchildren, and his former general manager started up another company called Phoenix. It rose out of the ashes. That's exactly why they named it that. And they still produce this, I'm not sure even to today, but they produced this for at least many years up until past 2000, probably even till today. There was a few other companies spawned off of that. Davis Industries, Brico Arms, Lorson Engineering, just to name a few. And one thing that all those companies have in common is they all go back to George Jennings. And whether they be family members, friends, people he went to school with, they were called the Ring of Fire by the government, because what did they do? They made cheap, I don't even like to call them cheap, I want to call them affordable. They made affordable pocket pistols for personal protection, not sporting purposes. Take a guy like me. I have health issues. I wear a knee brace. I'm not going to be able to run away from anything, to be honest with you. I carry a knife with me every day. Every day I carry a knife, and I use this tool. This is a tool, this is a tool. And these tools are used for protection. This tool's used for other things like cutting rope, which I do on a daily basis, and lots of other things. But for personal protection, let me see, I got this knife, or I got this little tiny little 25. Everybody wants to call it 25, it's not effective. 6 in the can and 1 in the pipe. A 25 is better than just a knife in my hand, at least in my book it is. So anyway, that brings us up to today. These guns here were made of zinc. Non-rusting, but not expensive, not iron. It's zinc. You can see there's a little bit of rust on the screw here. It's the only metal piece. Everything else is zinc on this gun except for probably the trigger. But zinc are able to take the low pressure rounds like the 25 and the 22, but it will not take higher pressure rounds like a 40 caliber. It would just explode in your hands. So they stick with the smaller rounds when they use this, and that's what was able to make these little pocket pistols affordable. Now you get these gun snobs out there who want to jump on companies like Raven or even High Point, for an example. Shame on you. Let me tell you something. I bought this pistol when I was very young, just starting my family. I had home protection to protect my home with, but every day I worked. I went to Miami, I went to dangerous neighborhoods all over, and I wanted something I could carry on me every day. I could stick this in my pocket safely and carry it concealed, and nobody would ever know the difference. And shame on you. Let me tell you something. I put over 500 rounds over there. I've had this gun for probably 24 years now. Here's the box. I bought this brand new, by the way, with 100% American-made parts, made in the United States, entirely. I carried this gun for, like I said, 24 years. I've probably put about 500 rounds through it. I don't take it to the range too often, but I've got enough rounds and confidence in this that I'll lay my life on the line with this. Now what we'll do, me and my wife say we're going to go take a walk on the beach at sunset or whatnot. I'm in Florida. I'm in shorts and flip-flops probably 90% of the time. It's very hard to conceal a bigger weapon. When I'm at home, I'm on my side, I'll carry a Glock or I'll carry something else. When I'm at the house or in the house, but when we go out, it's usually hard for me to conceal something because I'm going to dress comfortably, and I'd rather have this on me than this or nothing at all. So it's easy to throw one of these in my pocket. Also, like I had said earlier, I wear a knee brace. I actually have a holster for all of these, to be honest with you, that I could Velcro into my knee brace. And it fits in there very comfortably, and it gives me a second option. So I'll carry one of these. This is the P32, the P3AT. I actually have the PF9 too, but I didn't bring it out here because I don't consider that a pocket pistol. It's a little too big to stick in your pocket. These literally slide in your pocket. You don't even realize they're there. And these are great little pieces. Anyway, I'll switch these up. I love to use my weapons. I'll carry this in my pocket one day, this in my knee brace. My wife might want to carry the 380, so I'll go ahead and I'll carry the 32, and I'll still carry the 25 usually in my knee brace. It is a secondary carry weapon anymore for me because I'm now able to afford better ones. And I got to tell you, let's compare prices. I think I paid $60 for this brand new 24 years ago. Well, let's look at these. You can get these for a little over $200, brand new today. Let's think about this. $60 24 years ago, little over $200 today. Does that make the Kel-Tec a Saturday night special? Does that make it a cheapo, a crap gun? I don't think so. I trust my life to all three of these. All three of them. And I feel the same way about High Point. I don't personally own a High Point, but that's not to say I won't. If I run across a good deal and I get one, I will. I'll get it. I'll jump on it. And you can bet your butt that I'll take it to the range and I'm going to put some rounds through it and I'm going to gain confidence in it. And if it's a lemon, I'm not going to use it and I'm not going to carry it to protect myself. But if it proves to be reliable, I'm going to carry it. I'm going to put my life, and I'll stake my life on it. With this weapon right here, I'd say a handful of times over the years, I've had issues, a couple of them, and I put them issues mainly on the ammunition, not having the power of this simple blowback design. And that's what this is, a simple blowback design. And most of the time, that's where your problems are going to be. There wasn't enough pressure in your round to blow back, to eject the first round and go ahead and grab the new one and stick it in the pipe. And that's what I found. And I put enough rounds through this to know that I trust it, I love it, it'll be with me forever. It was the first pistol that I legally bought. I had a couple of pistols before I was 21, but that's more like they were gifts, and I had them at home, and I didn't want to get in trouble, so I never carried them with me. This was the first gun. I was over 21 that I could actually carry with me, and then I got my CCW. I was able to conceal it. Before that, I'd throw it. I didn't like to leave guns in the vehicle, so I didn't even carry that often, to be honest with you. But like I said, I would trust my life with any of these. And what's not to love about them? They're small, they're compact, they're light. You don't even know they're there. That's when you know you got a good carry concealed gun, when you don't even know it's there. And I just want to get that out.